right? So number one, the importance of niche research. So number one, maximizing profitability. Choosing the right niche ensures you tap into audiences that are highly engaged and more likely to drive higher ad revenue, affiliate sales, or product conversions. It's very important, and I'm going to cover this later on, to understand RPM, which is the amount of money and dollars you earn per 1,000 views, and the virality of a niche. Because you can actually check from certain niches based on competitors how many views they are getting, how long they've been in the game, and how much money they make on a monthly basis to understand if it's even worth it to get into a niche. Also, sometimes people just start in a niche because they think they will like it, but if the RPM is extremely low and the virality, like the total addressable market, is very low, then in some cases it just doesn't make sense to start in a specific niche, because it's just like maybe the maximum you can make is like 1K a month or 2K a month, which is nice. But if your competitors who've been doing it for 1 or 2 years already hit that like cap, then it's going to be hard for you to compete with that and actually make this like profitable. Number two, lower competition. So effective niche research helps you identify undeserved topics, making it easy for your Faceless channel to rank and grow without being overshadowed by established creators. YouTube automation is all about supply and demand. So how much supplies or competitor channels are there in the market, and what is the demand like? So how many people are looking for specific topics? It's very important for you to understand the supply and demand and research into it, and then find untapped markets where there is more demand and less supply, so that your channel is, for example, the only one providing a specific type of videos in a market which people are looking for, which the viewers are looking for. Number three, streamline automation processes. With a clear niche in mind, you can develop standardized scripts, templates, workflows tailored to your audience, making the automation process more efficient. So if you have one niche with one type of video where you always do the same thing, it becomes easier to produce videos and also make videos yourself or outsource videos, because that's just a standard set of rules or standard operating procedures that you are following when you are making your channel and your videos. So for me, like what I always try to do is find niches in specific, I would say like cult following audiences. So for example, what we covered in day one, like religion, like religious people following a specific religion are very cult-like, where you know what they like, want, and need, and the videos are always going to be the same for that specific audience. So then it's easy to make templates around their wants and needs for viewers. Okay. Clear roadmap. So having a proper testing strategy in place helps with overwhelm and gives you a structured way to run this business. So again, most people just don't know where to start when it comes to starting this business model. And that is because they don't know which niche to start in. So the goal of this video is just to give you a clear strategy and roadmap that you can follow every single time to start new niches. And even when you already have 1, 2, 3, or however many channels you want, to keep on doing niche research and start new channels on the side too. So number 5, build a loyal audience. Focusing on a specific niche helps establish your channel as an authority in that area, encouraging repeat viewers and fostering long-term subscriber growth. So just what I just said, like if you start a niche in a specific like cult-like audience or niche, then you can build your subscribers over time. Let's say if it is the religious space where people actually like the videos you make and keep on making. So slowly but steadily over time, your subscriber base grows and your views grow over time. And these are like the 5 main pillars of niches. Now, one thing you gotta understand, I didn't make this where it's, okay, anyway, well, we got all the information at once. I usually prefer when it like slides in, but I made a mistake on that. So RPM and earning potentials. This is something very important you have to understand when it comes to niche. And I already talked about this in the challenge day 1, where RPM depends on the niche that you are in. So every niche has a different RPM based on the auction and amount of advertisers in a market. So you can Google search for RPM per topic, ask in the group what the RPM in specific topics are, or use Google Ad Keyword Planner to find like what the cost per click per keyword is and get a rough understanding about this. And so as an example here, why it matters, you can get 1 million views on one channel and 1 million views on another channel. If the RPM is $2 for channel A and $10 for channel B, then you will make 5 times as much money from the same amount of views. So it's sort of like you need to pick the right boat to row in when doing this business model. And even though a 2 RPM channel can get maybe can get way more views because it's like a more viral topic, it's not always like that. So I'm gonna try and cover like only channels with high RPM, because it's just like for channel B, you would need 1/5 of the views to make the same amount of money as channel A, where the RPM is 5 times lower. So yeah, the difference between 200,000 views and 1 million views is a lot of views, right? So yeah, with a clear niche, you can develop standardized scripts. That is copied from the last slide. I did that wrong. But yeah, pick the right boat to row in. It's very important that you, if you have the option, pick the niche with the highest RPM if you can get the same amount of views, because it just makes you more money. So yeah, it just makes sense, right? So here are some things that increase the RPM in a niche. First of all, the topic of the videos. So make money online, finance, religious, spiritual stuff. There's like things where there's a lot of advertisers in the market, increase the RPM. And just when it's also about the audience that watches those videos, like travel video, or let's say like animal videos, for example, pets, dogs, like these in general have lower RPMs because there's less advertisers in the market, which if there's a lot of advertisers, it increases the RPM. So yeah, again, do what you love when you're starting, but if you have the option, try to go for higher RPM niches because it just makes things easier. Now, video length. The longer the video, the higher the RPM is. So yeah, mostly you want always have videos that are a minimum of 8 minutes long, because then you can put mid-roll ads on your videos, which increase your RPM. But then again, 20-minute, 30-minute, 40-minute videos give you an even higher RPM. So if you make like one 40-minute video and the RPM is $20, $25, that just increases the leverage you have on the earning potential. So it doesn't have to be longer, but you can make your channel unique by making longer videos and increase the RPM you earn per video. So that's an option to increase RPM too. Now, amount of mid-roll ads, more ads is more dollars. So once you are monetizing in the YouTube Partner Program, you can choose where you put mid-roll ads in your videos. And usually I put one every 60 seconds, so at the 0 mark, and then every 60 seconds to optimize and make the RPM as high as it can be. Now, the amount of views, obviously, that is purely what depends on, that is the benchmark of what you are going to be earning. So yeah, for every 1,000 views, if your RPM is $2 or $10, you will earn $2 or $10 per 1,000 views. And yeah, the virality per niche matters in terms of how many people can you actually get. So based on your competitor channels, what is their view cap? What is their most viral videos? And based on that, you can calculate how much money you can make with a specific niche too, all right? So yeah, I just wanted to share this where, yeah, just be mindful of the niche you get into and think about if you have like, let's say after this video, you come up with 2 or 3 niches, which all seem like a good potential to start with. Yeah, just start with the one with the highest RPM and the highest view potential, because that just will make you more money. You don't always have the luxury of picking, but if you can, do it. Okay, now the types of niches. So in challenge day 1, we covered what type of niches we will be looking at. So here's just a little quick recap of that, because there's different types of channels, right? So we have personal brand channels. So effective niche research helps you understand undeserved topics, make it easy for your faceless channel to rank and grow without being overshadowed by established creators. Let me go through here. So we have personal brand channels. We have faceless channels with real life footage. We have faceless AI channels, and in this program, we will be covering the faceless AI channels because they are easy to make, they are quick to make. You can make them yourself with AI tools. You don't have to record yourself, and you don't have to outsource it to a video production team, which I will cover in other videos in my paid programs. But in this program, I want to focus on the AI faceless channels where you can just get started with yourself and start making money without investing too much money or time. So I just wanted to repeat that for you. Okay. So niches vs formats. This is probably the most important part that you have to understand about niche research. Okay. And I'm going to tell you what exactly a niche is and what a format is. So number 1, a niche. A niche is a general topic or interest that a specific target audience has interest in. So again, this can be Like a niche can be sports, but a niche can also be like a specific sport. So like, let's say NBA or soccer or tennis or golf. So your niche can be golf, but then the format can be different per niche, all right? So a format is a style within a niche, also called a sub-niche. It's basically a different way or angle to make videos in a niche, which again sets the audience apart. So that's a copy. So an example niches. So number 3 is a repeat. I should have deleted that one. So number 4, example niche. So my example niches is cars, history, religion, psychology, health, make money online. So these are like broader terms that overarch a specific market in general. So now I'm going to show you different formats for one niche, and then also give you some examples here. So I'm actually going to open those channels and show you the difference per format, okay? So example formats for the religious niche. So religion, like in this case, we're going to cover like Christianity basically. But then in that Christianity niche, there's like a bunch of different style of videos you can do. And my strategy is always to pick like one format in a specific niche and then test that format in that niche so that all videos you make are almost identical, and the people that watch your channel know what they are getting from your channel and come back for more if they like it. So let's say in the religion niche, this can be top 10 science channels. It can be daily prayers channels. It can be biblical story channels. It can be end time warnings, like the rapture is coming, like warning signs that the end of the world is coming. It can be quotes. It can be motivational speeches. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different styles of videos that you can make in one specific niche. So let me just, for the sake of it, show you how this would actually look. Where did my... All right, so let's just open up a few here so that you understand how it looks. So for example, this channel here, Powerful Christian Motivation. This is a typical faceless top 10 channel, right? So as you can see, their titles are 7 signs someone in your life is a demon. 7 things that only happens to the chosen ones. 7 signs you are marked by God. See? All videos they make is like a top 10 or top 7 listicle video. And this is what works for them, and that is why they keep doing it, see? Their top 8 video is all the same idea, where it says 7 signs, 7 reasons, 7 signs, 7 signs, 7 signs, 7 reasons, 7 signs, 7 signs. And it works for them, and they keep doing the same thing because their audience likes what they are doing and coming back for this exact same format in the religious niche that this channel does. So this would be like, for example, one format in the religious niche that you could test. Now, let's say this daily prayer channel also is in the Christianity niche, but they do a whole different style of videos, see? So they have videos that say the best prayers. Start your day with Isaiah 40 blessings, morning devotional prayer. Here, morning devotional prayer. Morning devotional and prayer. So here, this is top 10 style video, 3 signs. Morning devotion and prayer. Here, see? So this channel does like morning prayers or daily prayer style of videos. And even though it's still in the religious market, it's a whole different thing than the top 10 science videos, right? So now we have like here number 3, biblical stories. So again, this also is about the Bible, religion, God, Jesus, but it's a whole different thing than the prayers and the top 10 science videos, see? So for example, here we have a video with 110,000 views in 3 weeks. The incredible story of Jacob, the man who wrestled with God. Here, this one, the powerful Lord's prayers. What does Jesus... Okay, this is not a story style video. But here, the story of Noah, the man who survived the end of the world. The story of Isaiah. The story of Deborah. The complete story of Moses. See? So this channel covers storytelling based on the Bible, basically. Which is, again, way different than the daily prayers or the top 10 science stuff. Now let's just go over this one. So here, rapture revealed. So this is again sort of in the religious niche where they preach that the world is coming to an end. So the Garden of Eden has been found. If you live in this, you're not safe for the upcoming wrath. This event started the tribulation. We're going soon. Did we miss the rapture? The rapture is about to happen. See, it's sort of like scaring people, saying that the end of the world is coming, sort of like a news-based, like fear-based channel where, yeah, they warn people that bad things are coming, which is again something completely different than, yeah, maybe someone that likes the uplifting, cool stories from the Bible don't like this end of the world stuff. And that is a thing where the formats come in, where you can be in one niche, but still in that niche you have different types of audiences and people that have different preferences, right? So here, last one I'm gonna cover, so this will be this one, so Above Inspiration. So this is a Christian motivation channel where they just do Christian motivation speeches. So Discipline Yourself, Discipline is Power, inspirational speech, Dream Big, Start Small, Improve Every Day. See, so these are all just uplifting speeches to get motivation from, which is again so much different than the videos we covered here before. But again, this one does really well too. Let's see how much views they get. They got 2 million views every single month. And yeah, it's like 8-10 minute videos, easily have an RPM of $8 to $10. So it's easily $20,000 a month from this channel doing these Christian motivational speeches. So this is what I wanted to explain about formats, which is such an important thing for you to understand, because it's gonna be your job from now on to like look into niches that you are interested in. So if you are like, let's say religious and you like Christianity, or you into Christianity, or maybe you're a Muslim, then you can pick apart the niche that you want to start a channel in, find out which formats are viable, and then test one of the formats out one by one and see what works for you. Now, another style that I really like doing, for example, let's say you came across this channel, which is Christian motivation. Let's say you are a Muslim, then you can literally mimic this channel and the style of this channel, but just do it for like Muslim motivation, let's say, right? Islamic motivation, and mimic what works for this channel, but do it for another religion, for example. You can mimic this channel, but do different thumbnails and titles, make it better, like if it's possible, make it better, like optimize this. That is what niche research is about, like finding these channels that work and then thinking like, hey, can I make this better in any way? I'm not a huge fan of this thumbnail style. It's not super branded. It's pretty much all over the place. So is there room for improvement on channels that you find, and can you do better? That is something you will have to find out and look at and test, basically. So these are different ways that if you find these channels that you can go about optimizing and testing them, all right? So now we will go in number 4. Now that I hope that the whole part about the niches and formats is